Do it now. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, my friends, welcome back for this special live event on this Total OS Today Technology channel. If you are new here, this is Total Technology for beginners and beyond, but not tonight. Tonight we have a special topic to discuss. I have my good friend Joe joining me in here on the UNSC spaceship from Halo. Hi, Joe.
Hello.
We are using Skype. I need to thank Skype and Microsoft Skype for having unlimited chats for the free version of Skype. Thank you. This is not being sponsored by anybody, just a quick thank you. So we all know what's going on in world events for this evening, especially in the Ukraine. So I'm sure many of you will probably catch this on the replay, and that's fine. Normally with these Friday night chats, we will talk about technology and a few jokes and this and that and everything else. The situation in Ukraine, if you've seen the news, obviously it's very heartbreaking and heart-wrenching. And Dan joins in. Hi, Dan.
Yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to hang in there because this internet connection is entirely supported by my cell phone.
Oh, wow. Now that,
Yeah,
my friend,
internet
this is a
line
good
is
friend who
out.
will join in at all costs. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, me and Joe just started about a minute ago. I was just saying that tonight we're going to talk about a little bit about Ukraine and that this is a fundraiser. And thank you, Dan, for stopping in. If you fade away, we will totally understand. Normally with fundraisers like this, and I've done countless live shows and a few fundraisers, normally I would have a fundraising goal, a monetary goal, whatever that will be. I think the last one we did was for during the pandemic with Slim Man, our singer friend Slim Man, for feedingamerica.org, if I recall. It's been over a year now, actually. I do not have a monetary goal for this one because I think the ultimate goal here is peace and not so much money. That being said, like many of us who feel like me, I felt like I had to do something to help out Ukraine as much as I can and we can. If you would like to donate, I will leave that up to you in terms of which organization, how much you want to donate. If you look below in the show notes, okay, there should be a couple links there of what's going on for this evening, and a couple of examples for package aid for people. You can go to redcross.org, rescue.com or .org, Save the Children. I'm sure you've heard of those. I will let you guys decide of where to go and what to donate, what you can. But like most people in the U.S., we stand for Ukraine and we stand for peace, not just in the Ukraine, but around the world. And this has been going now for, I guess, 2 weeks now. And like most of us in the world, we're sick of it, of war. You know, I've always believed that war is a form of madness. War is madness, and I think the Pope said something similar. Tonight will not be about politics or military strategy, just an awareness to let the people of Ukraine know that we stand united with Ukraine, for Ukraine and for peace. Again, many of you will probably catch this later on or on the podcast format, and that's fine. I just felt like I had to do something because I don't like to see anybody being bullied or suffer and all that stuff. You know, I went through my own version of, you know, being bullied as a kid, growing up as a kid many moons ago in Brooklyn, New York. I survived and I came out okay because, you know, I wasn't going to be bullied, as it were. But that was a much different time back in the 70s before technology makes the world instantaneous, good and bad. So again, check out the links below in the show notes. Tim is in the chat. Hi, Tim. Tim, thank you for the donation. I have my small gallon. I mean glass of wine here. That's if it shows it. There we go. It's just a small glass. Yeah. Anyway.
Can't see the pacifier on top.
Yeah. This is Carlo Rossi. It's hard to tell with the. Anyway, there it is. So, yeah, the pacifier. Thank you, Tim, for the donation of wine because I need it. Again, all the links below in the show notes. One of the links I wanted to talk about, I received a couple days ago. The team from Zorin OS Linux, one of the best Linux-based systems in the world, in my opinion. They have released Zorin OS 16.1, and in conjunction with humanitarian aid for Ukraine. This is a press release from Zorin OS. I won't read all of it. Let me get to the Ukrainian part. And I did not know that the founders of Zorin have ties to the Ukraine. All right, real brief. This is from Artyom and Kirill, I hope I said that right, Zorin, from the Zorin OS Linux. As Irish Ukrainians ourselves, we stand with our friends and relatives in Ukraine at this difficult time. To the people of Ukraine affected by the war, we're sending you aid and are pledging to support you. We hope that the situation de-escalates swiftly and that peace is restored to our ancestral homeland. This is per the founders of Zorin OS. There's more information on their website, blog.zorin.com. I believe they will donate all profits from the sales of Zorin OS Pro, which I think is $39.99. I think, which, trust me, it's a great price for a solid system. They will donate all profits for the next week to humanitarian aid for the people of the Ukraine, and they list some organizations here, the Red Cross and Doctors Without Borders. I've heard of that. I'm sure you guys have. So funds raised between now and March 17th will be split equally between the above charities. They have listed 3 charities on their website. I won't go into the technical aspects of Zorin and all that. I've spoken about that before. That link is below in the show notes. So that is one way that you can help out the people of Zorin or the people of the Ukraine and get yourself a nice operating system if you need it. And Tim Mo says salute, and thank you, Tim. This is for you. Thank you. And for peace and for Ukraine. Salute. All right. Also, another way, if you wanted to help, I posted a link for the Bandcamp for my dad's music. The music from his music vault that my dad has been sending me since the pandemic started, actually right before the pandemic started. I will donate all profits from that to an organization, probably Save the Children. So if you would like if you like Italian music, purchase one of his songs or all of them or whatever, I will donate all the profits from that to probably Save the Children. And how that works with Bandcamp, all the sale goes into my PayPal card, and then I'll use that to take those profits and send it to more than likely Save the Children. So there's another way if you want to help out, or you can pick any organization that you wish. The point is to let Ukraine know that we stand behind them. What's going on? They are incredibly brave people. Yeah, I won't go into all the military details, but it is amazing what they are doing to defend their country. I want to mention one more thing before I let Joe and Dan speak their piece. And by the way, for those of you who watch this later, if you are from the Ukraine or came here from the Ukraine or know somebody from the Ukraine and want to post something in the comments now or later, have something to say, please do. Okay? I wanted to relate a story. I came across a story. Apparently there was a Ukrainian mother of 2. She was on her balcony there in the Ukraine. She heard some kind of a sound. She looked out, but looked to be a big bird. Well, it wasn't a bird. It was a drone. She realized it wasn't a bird, and anyway, she was scared. Now, she didn't know if it was like a Russian drone or somebody's drone or Ukrainian drone, but I guess it didn't look friendly. She grabs a jar. The initial story goes, she grabs a jar of cucumbers. She fastballs it at this thing and knocks it down. Now, of course, there have been many fantastical stories. You don't know what's half truth or whatever. As it turns out, they found the woman, and she says that is not true. I did not do that. I took it down with the jar of tomatoes. Okay, okay, a Ukrainian Italian. Imagine that. She took it down. She took down with a they think is a Russian drone, but I wasn't there. She did knock out a drone with a fastball jar of tomatoes. That apparently is a fact. What kind of a drone they're saying Russian, I don't know. I mentioned the story because in the midst of the sadness, there's some humanity still, thank goodness. And secondly, I think the New York Yankees are to hire her if they want to win another World Series. But she's a mother of two. She was on a balcony. She saw this thing and just winged it and took it down. So that's how determined the people are there to defend their country. Wonderful story, and it appears at least most of this is true. Now, I'm not saying it's a Russian drone. Maybe it was at all, or maybe it was just. I think she did say that maybe it was a drone from looters. I don't know, but the fact that she took it down with the jar of tomatoes says something about
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
tenacity.
that's one good pitch there.
Yeah. So anyway, search woman shoots down Russian drone and stories there. All right. Dan, I think we lost you, but we can still hear you. So I know you
Yeah,
have
it's
an
kind
issue.
of being flaky.
Right. Okay.
Like I said, the whole connection's supported by my cell phone, and I don't know how long that'll last.
So I guess you have what AT&T where you live, right? If I recall.
Verizon.
Sorry. Oh, Verizon. Okay. Okay. All right. Um, Joe, what do you think about all this?
Like everybody, it's frustrating, it's awful, it's sickening to watch. Like I mentioned to you earlier, I don't watch a lot of news these days because of
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
doom and gloom all the time, but you can't
Yeah.
live in the dark either. And
Yeah.
um, there was a story as we were talking about earlier too, so I'll relay it here. Was about which a lot of people don't think about the pets that were left behind
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
animals. And there was a Poland in Poland, right on the border of the Poland border, that has been taking vans into Ukraine and retrieving a lot of these animals. They're a no-kill shelter, and they've been uh, giving them medical care, top-line medical care, and trying to keep them healthy. There was one particular animal, it was a baby goat that was 7 days old that would have died. It was dehydrated and bandaged up both its legs. And the woman who brought it there, the owner, said, "I can't take it with me." She goes, "But I will be back for it." So it's just another, I guess, human side to this that you don't look at. And it's not just about the people; it's about the other living beings that are there too, that are being affected, that you really don't think about. I mean, a lot of people just look at as animals; they're just animals, but I look at them; they're still God's creatures, and
Yeah.
they're somebody's family members, that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, it wasn't because they couldn't or didn't want to take them. A lot of them, they just couldn't. How do you carry an animal in a cage while you're trying to carry all your belongings on your back and that sort of thing? Or some of them were in shelters, or so. And it's just one more aspect to this that you don't always see. And the fact that it's being hit in these residential areas, there's just so many things wrong with this thing. War is never good, no matter what. But there's no rules with this offender, as I guess we can call him, or aggressor. And how he's going to be stopped, I have no idea. But it's just,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. It's time's only going to be able to tell. So, the world has come together, and like I mentioned to you too before the start of this, in private, that as much as there's a political divide in our own country here, this is the one thing that everybody's unified about. But it's also, I've said the same thing before in the past. Why does it always take some sort of tragedy, whether it's national tragedy in our soil or elsewhere, for people to band together and put everything else aside. I wish that that was the way it was all the time, in good and in, bad times. So
Yeah, yeah. It's the news outlets, and I don't think it's on purpose, Joe, but they really haven't shown too much about the animals suffering as much. Obviously, humans have to come first. Now, I
absolutely,
did see something. Actually, you mentioned it something today about some of the animals. Like sometimes they'll have
yeah.
like dogs in the background wandering and stuff. Like I said, I don't think they're purposely ignoring the animals, but it's the human toll that they have to
Hmm.
report on,
Right.
mostly. Um, yeah,
Well, yeah, they have lots of, I'm sure the Ukrainians have lots of farms with, huge herds of cows and pigs and chickens and stuff like that. And, they're left behind too. And not only that, with
Right.
all the bombs going off and everything, they're terrorized. They're
yeah,
tearing
yeah,
down fences and running wherever they can. And it's just really sad.
the
Everything's alive is affected.
right, right, because there's no surgical, quote unquote, surgical strikes. It seems like they're just hitting whatever they can hit
Yeah.
for effect for the ultimate goal, which appears to be total domination or a
Mm.
systematic extermination of a given group of people in a country where it seems like it's about total control, at least from what I see. I will
I
say
think the
this. Yeah, go ahead.
Ukrainians are greatly underestimated in their abilities to
Exactly.
push back.
The hardest part, I
Yeah.
think, that's going to come of this, even if this stopped right now or tomorrow, is the amount of damage already that's been done to their infrastructure. It's
Yes.
going to be, it's like putting
Yeah.
them back into the dark ages, what they're trying to do.
That can be fixed. Human
Mm.
lives that may not be, especially the ones that are
Yep.
lost. You can't, but bridges, roads that
Right.
can be fixed.
Right. Mm.
I did see Tim here in the chat. He just purchased Zorin Pro 16.1 for the Ukraine front, and he's downloading it right now. Awesome. Yeah, I've tested various versions of Zorn really for the last 10 years now. Uh, I started with Ubuntu, then I went to Linux Mint, then Zorn, back to Ubuntu, back and forth. Anyway, yeah. So I mentioned this before. If you want to help out Ukraine and want to get something else in return, check out Zorin OS. Again, this is not being sponsored by them. I just got their press release and I'm sharing it with you. But
Hmm.
Tim, yeah, that's great. Let me know how it works. Let me know how it works out for you. So, but yeah, the situation there is very heart wrenching. I will say this about the Ukraine: I have faith in them. No matter what happens, I have faith in the people there. I won't go into the military aspects and the politics, but the reason I have faith in them. Take a look at a book called The Art of War, and then you'll understand why I believe that Putin has no chance, none whatsoever. He may win territories, but he will not win the hearts and minds of the people, never. At least from what
Mm-mm.
the citizens there are saying. I mean, some of it is just it's almost comical or surreal. The reports coming out of there. You've had Ukrainian citizens blocking Russian tanks, just just them standing up and saying
Mm.
no, no, no. And there was a report that I guess there was an island there. There was a
Yes, there
Russian.
was an island there. And
The,
they told the Russians basically there was a cruiser in the Black Sea coming up the
yes,
island, and the
yeah,
people on the islands, told the Russians to blank off. And then the report is they blew up the island and all the people, and then a couple days later it came out that they just actually captured them. So what do
mm.
you believe?
Right. I think as is often in warfare, I think the accuracy of the news comes out in bits and pieces simply because it is war.
Right.
But I do believe that the Ukrainians are not going to give up their country.
No, they're
That
not.
appears to be a
Mm.
fact. Poindexter says is Sun Tzu. Yes, The Art of War. I think it's required reading for military academy students, if I'm not mistaken. Excellent book. Again, I'm not going to go politics, military tonight, but if you want to know what I think of what's going on there, from a military standpoint, check out The Art of War. Barkor Vurer is in the house. I hope I said that right, Barkor. Welcome. Hope you are doing well. Yeah.
Another article I came across just this past week is because of the resistance of the Ukrainian people, it's making it harder for the Russians to actually move forward, and they're running out of fuel for their tanks and their carriers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when they get these guys out of these vehicles, the Ukrainian farmers are taking fuel from their farm and fueling these things up and using them for themselves.
Yeah, I even saw a report, and I guess it has been verified. Again, not to make light of the situation, but it appears that Russian female ballet dancers are taking up arms to defend their country. The report said that they're trading in their tutus for AK-47s or whatever. Like I said, it's almost sounds like something out of the Twilight Zone. But when you have a people, people banding together, they will not give up their country no matter what. I mean, in some psychologically, the war is over. Now, yes, the human toll and the destruction of land and animals, sure. But Ukraine will stand in the end in some form or fashion. Because if you cannot win the hearts and minds of the people, then what are you fighting for, right? That's my personal belief there. If there's anybody new here in the chat, or somebody else wants to say hello, have a question, or if you're from the Ukraine or know someone, again, please do. Again, I won't censor anybody tonight, but just no politics or stuff like that for tonight. I'm sure you can get that on your own on the web.
It's everywhere.
Yeah. I did want to share with you this before I forget. I haven't seen my dad since the pandemic started. Actually, it was before. It was summer of 2019 that I last saw my dad. He's in Italy. He's not affected by the war or
it's
anything.
far too long.
It has been. Anyway, he was here in 2019. We had some business about his movie, trying to get a distributor, which I've talked about before. But then the pandemic hit and everything shut down, and we're starting from scratch, and it's hard, especially for him, who he has a heart condition. Anyway, he's hoping to make it this spring or summer. I'll give him a call this weekend. But my dad was able to finish a movie he started back in 2011, and we finished it. Well, he finished it it was the start of 2018. I helped out with the subtitles. The movie's in Italian. Anyway, I want to share with you some dialogue from the movie. It's a little bit of a spoiler, but I think the circumstances are fine for this. Just the dialogue from a scene in the movie. My Italian is not fluent, but I think the people who watch this now, hear this now or later, will get the picture. I think it's a beautiful film. It's a film that needs to be shown if we can find someone to help us, show it. But that's another story. This is an Italian priest in a Catholic church. This is in Italy. This is today, or at the time, 2017. But so here's the priest. He's talking in Italian, but I will translate. He says, "Too often we fear and hate those that are different from us. We are incapable of loving and helping, of recognizing others, of recognizing ourselves in others who are different than us, of seeing ourselves in their eyes, in their hearts." Now the priest looks up at the church. There's a thing of the cross. He says, "Look at that cross. It was on that cross that the Lord gave us concrete, tangible proof of love. Without love, the cross is merely a Roman gallows." Now, obviously, with me saying it in English without the scene, the effect isn't there. But in the movie with the scene and the angelic music, it's a much more powerful scene. But I wanted to share that dialogue with you because it seems like in today's world, if we can't put ourselves in the eyes of that other person, then how do we really know that human being? And I think that's the message the priest was trying to say here. But I wanted to share that with you. Um, we need more hearts, more love. I mean, I know it's a cliche. It's been said many times, but it really is all about the love. More love and less hate, less war. Peace and less war is what we need. And ultimately, until all human beings, all of us, from nation to nation, realize that violence is not an achievement, until we can achieve that goal, I think we will always have situations like this, whether it's in this country or another land.
Yeah.
That's my personal philosophy. So share the hope and love when you can.
I think what's most
Yeah.
heartbreaking to me too is, I mean, it's bad enough seeing the amount of people and the people in general, but then when you see the children, and especially the really young ones that don't know what's going on, it's just that that's heartbreaking isn't even probably good enough to
They're
describe it.
traumatized for life.
They didn't
Yeah.
ask for this.
No, they didn't
No.
ask for this, but they have to see it, and they'll never forget it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not just the kids, but I believe that everyone will be scarred there for life, just like
Oh
the
God, yes.
just
Yeah.
just like the pandemic has
Yeah.
scarred people, whether it's emotionally, physically, financially, or a combination of three. Now the question is, will the scars, well, at least for the pandemic part, will the scars be for life or temporary? I think in the sense of war, the scars remain forever. It's just how the people are able to live their lives once this is over. But yeah, it's the scars of war. We were me and Joe were talking before. If you take a look at the photos, video of the Ukraine train stations packed, and if you take the color out of the photo and just put black and white, it looks like something from World War II on the History Channel. It's scary, and it's sad, and it seems like history is repeating itself. You know, um, so we'll have to wait and see how this plays out, how this ends. But I I feel for them, like most of America, most of the world does, and hopefully this madness, war is madness, will end soon. And I know there's a lot of people who feel like they want to do more and want to do something. We are doing something tonight. I am doing something tonight. Another fundraiser for the people of Ukraine. Again, you can donate in some form or fashion. You can pick how. Tim here picked the thing with Zorno S Linux. That's fine. Um, it's just I just felt like I needed to do something because I can. It's that simple. Um, yeah,
Well, it doesn't
yeah,
cost anybody to pray too. I mean, yes, they
yeah,
need financial help,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
bottom line, you
yeah,
keep people
yeah,
in your
yeah,
hearts and prayers. I
yeah,
mean, that in itself, is very important too.
yeah, 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 um,
Absolutely.
yeah. Um, I am 30 minutes west of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and it appears they have a rather, I don't know how large, but a rather substantial Ukrainian community in Pittsburgh I did not know about. Um, I don't have any friends or know anybody, at least none that I'm aware of. If I did, I would have loved to have them here on the chat and get their thoughts. But for those of you who watch this later or listen to this later on repeat or whatever, if you are from the Ukraine, please, if you want to say something, please do. Uh, and maybe we'll have a follow up to this when this madness is over. We'll have a some kind of a peacetime celebration. I don't know what else to call it. Um, I'm just trying to reach some of the comments. Yeah,
Yeah, I can't see the comments. I don't have the
yeah.
YouTube open.
Okay. So your internet just went out today?
It just went out 15 minutes for you came on. It went
Oh,
out at 8:15.
is there a storm coming in? Because we have one coming in here in Ohio, supposedly here in about an hour. That's gonna hit. But
Not that
okay,
I've heard of. It's calm outside.
okay, okay,
It did this Wednesday too. It went out for the whole day and then it came back on at 6 p.m. sharp.
okay. Yeah, as long as we can hear you, Dan. But yes, stick around as long as you can.
Well, I
Bar,
can try
yeah.
and keep the audio going, but if I keep the video running, you guys just fade off and the chairs are empty.
Yeah, that's
It's
fine.
the Halo invisibility suit. That's what it is.
Yeah,
I was actually, speaking of Halo, I was actually playing Halo on my Xbox One. I hadn't touched it in a while, and I had like 30 gigs of updates. I was like, oh my goodness, But anyway, I was just having fun. But yeah, there's some comments here. Something about America being a warring nation. True, we've had our share of wars, the Civil War, and I think somebody commented years ago that America, as a nation, or since the beginning, this land has never enjoyed 100 years of peace. That's probably pretty
That's
pretty
because we've
accurate.
been the world's police people
Yeah,
for all that time.
we
for the
we
last 100
we have
years.
our own issues here, right? But I do believe the majority of America is good-hearted, and knows between right and wrong. But
Yeah, over the years,
yeah,
we've always stepped in and tried to put the
yeah,
bully out the
yeah,
pasture.
yeah. We are not angels here. That is no excuse to invade a country, though. You know. But I would have to agree about us not having a pretty good history either. But yeah. Tim says got to give mom her medicine. Take care of mom. And on that note, I'm gonna have a little more wine.
Mm.
So
It all started way back when we wanted to get away from the British. We never quite let that go.
I mean, for us, I guess it's been about freedom to be our
Yeah.
own nation. We are
Freedom
an
is
imperfect nation.
our
Yeah.
impeccable thing.
I've said in the past that human beings are inherently stupid. Because if human beings were inherently smart, then why do we need the Bible? Why do we need the Ten Commandments? Right? Why do we need the concept of God? Because we are, and when I say we, I'm including me, but we are inherently stupid. Hence we have the Ten Commandments or whatever book as a guide, towards for peace and humanity. So we are imperfect by default. That is not an excuse to start a war. But
That
we
comes
all,
with the ability to have free will.
yes, God's greatest gift besides life is freedom to choose, free will.
I mean,
Mm.
he could have done the opposite and turned around and put us all in cages,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
we wouldn't be stupid. We'd be banging for our freedom on the
yeah,
bars.
yeah, yeah. No, we are not perfect, but I think, at least for myself, I always try to do and say things that are for the common good, meaning for the common good of all of us. What can I do as a dad, a former husband, friends? What can I do for the common good, for humanity?
It boils down
So,
to, and this comes with a bit of age and wisdom too, is think
yes,
before you act.
yes, right, yeah,
Things will turn out in a much better way if you think before you act.
A couple of years ago when Stephanie was doing the concerts for us in the little chats, I said Stephanie's songs are like the sun; they warm the earth. So you don't have to sing to warm the earth. Just do something nice for another human to warm the earth, as it were. Sedan Smith says, "Freedom's light is very warm." Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll drink to that. I'll probably be drinking to a lot of things tonight. Hey, look, a blue light. Cheers to the blue light. No, but
Well, I have to tell you, when you leaned down to fill your glass and you came back, now you look like the smallest person in the screen, and I look like a giant.
You slouch.
I
down in
know
your
it's
chair.
like what is in this wine, man? What's making me
It's like,
smaller? I
you
know.
got smaller. It's
I
like,
got
what the heck?
smaller.
It's shrinking potion.
Puppy putters to go. All right. Yeah, I don't know. It's the whatever. It's the internet. Dan's having it. Maybe I'm having issues too. But hey, it's free Skype. I'm not gonna complain. Once again, thank you Skype for the free unlimited chat here.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So, check my message see if anybody else can.
Yeah, I'm surprised the whole computer's supported by a cell phone.
Wow,
Uh,
that's crazy.
okay, looks like we've had some people buying some of my dad's songs. Okay, cool. I will as soon as the I will check this Monday. You know, Bandcamp takes their code, whatever. The whatever is left, I'll just send it to Save the Children. So thank you. Come on, I want to get bigger here, man.
I was trying to get smaller. I moved so far back. I was gonna.
I'm shrinking.
That's weird.
Master
You reach out for
Chief.
the wine and you just
Yeah.
boom.
I don't
There
know.
you
I don't
go.
know. Was it something I said? Skype?
I
Okay,
mean, you're not
fine.
sitting
Zoom's the
anywhere.
best. Screw you, Skype. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, we get some water here too. Um, but yeah, those of you who are buying my dad's tunes, thank you. I will let them know. And okay, um, I have a little bit of a rant, somewhat funny in a way. Try to keep things light here in a very tough situation. Once again, this is a fundraiser for Ukraine. Donate any way that you can. Help out any way that you can. I'll leave it up to you. There is no monetary goal tonight. I'll leave it up to your freedom. How does that sound? All right, have a little rant, guys. My mom has a simple emergency cell phone, a flip phone.
Okay.
Yeah, just for emergencies.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. So I got a thing. I won't mention any companies unless it slips out. But no. So it was time to upgrade her phone. Okay, fine. And they had a freebie. They had two freebies to choose because I've been such. She has like 3,700 saved minutes over the course of many years. I mean, she can call till she's blue in the face. All right, fine. I got the phone in 2 days. Very fast service. Got the phone in, and of course I got to transfer the minutes and the service. But my bill was due 2 days ago, and I forgot, so I paid that off. Got my credit card, paid it. Got the refill minutes. Okay, these are no contract phones, usually. So I called the company up. Hey, I got my new phone in, and she's obviously not from America. She had an accent, but she was very polite, very nice. I said, okay. All right, sir, we need to verify who you are. Do you have the old phone? Yeah, I need to send you a verification code. So make sure it's you. Okay. Got the verification code. Told her what it was. Thank you. And you have the new phone? Yes. Okay, I need the serial number, SIM card, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yes, I verified it's you. And yes, we verified that you have the new phone. Now, do you want to keep your number? Well, yeah. I don't have to. I mainly have to keep my minutes. I don't want to lose almost 4,000 minutes. Okay,
Right.
so we can do that, but I have to transfer you to whatever department so we can
Oh
take.
no.
I'm
The
like,
minutes got lost in the departments.
I'm like, all right. I thought that's what I was calling for, but it's been a long week with the news and everything. She was very polite, very nice, and her English was actually not bad. So I'm not gonna say nothing mean tonight. But I'm like you now. I'm like, oh man, I've been through this before. I'm like, do I have a choice? No. I get transferred over, and then I had to start the menu thing all over again. I'm like, I just did that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
So
I would go through the roof.
to
over
be
that. There'd
nice,
holes
to
in
be
the wall.
human, I went through that. Transfer minute, blah, blah, blah. You have a new phone, blah, 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 blah. 30-minute wait. I felt like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I need more power.
I'm coming to terminate you.
So I thought, well, let me just go online and do it. I thought I would, just make sure there was no misunderstanding. I would just call it in. And actually, on the first call, I got right through. There was like a 2-minute wait. There was only a 2-minute wait. Now, to transfer the minutes, there's a 30-minute wait, which leads me to believe I'm not the only person having issues. Again, I don't mean to rant, but I have to get this off my wine chest. So go online to the website. Activate this. You have to get a new plan. No, my plan is fine. You got to do the... Anyway, I'm going around in circles. I just can't seem to get... They said, well, wait, text this from your phone to get started, from your old phone. Okay. So I texted the code. I got a reply. Okay, we have verified that it's you and you have the. Yes, I already know that. I want to transfer minutes. I can't do it. We're just going in circles. I'm like, well, let me try something. I bought the refill, and the old phone took it. Now, the reason why I got the new phone is because I got a notification saying that my phone, because it's outdated, would not work as of last month. I refilled the minutes, and the phone works just fine. So, I mean, look, to be fair, the company sent me a very nice phone for my mom. She'll probably never use it now, but those of you who are watching this later, this is a Moto G phone. Nice screen.
Nice phone.
It's, it's camera, USB-C fast. It is a really nice free phone. But I'm not going to jump through shark hoops to activate it. I'm sorry. So I have it
She
here.
originally had a flip phone.
Yeah, it's
And that would be a 3G phone, which they're shutting all the
Right.
3G service down all the towers now.
yes, but you know what? I made 2 test calls and the phone still works.
They just haven't got to your tower yet to yank it.
That may be, but I'm not going to go through jumping through hoops to do this. So for now, I tested. I gave it to my mom, and she seldom uses. Look, with almost 4,000 minutes, she almost never used. Thank God, because she said no emergency. So I'm grateful. I'm not complaining about that part. So I'm going to keep
4,000 minutes. Are they
Almost.
time? Are they time sensitive?
They
Like
don't
you have to use
expire.
them?
They do
They
not
don't
expire.
Okay, some of them.
No.
Some of the companies you can buy like 2,000 minutes, and you got to use it up like within 3 months, or you lose it.
They do not expire. Not that I'm aware of.
You need to look into that
Yeah,
and be
no.
sure.
Well, they haven't. She's had the phone so many years in this, so I'm assuming that they don't. But even when I spoke to the
Right.
lady, I'm sure she would have said something if they expire, and I'm sure she
Yeah.
would have said if you're going from this phone to that, you're going to lose. She did not say that, so I'm assuming that they don't.
I wouldn't count on that because
The
you know
plan
them
changed,
people and them.
Mike.
According to the website, now some of the phones like this, it would say you need a new plan. This one did not say that.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
Let's say
you've
that.
got a burner phone.
Well,
Is it a burner phone or is it actually a phone that you got to pay
this was an
T-Mobile
actual.
every month or something?
No, it's an actual company from a major brand. Yeah, prepay plan. Yeah, I won't mention the name to be fair, not to rant on a specific company, but
It's not like a track phone where you got to actually buy the minutes and
well,
instead of
it's-
getting a phone bill.
it's a refill plan, right? All the companies do that now. You don't sign a contract. You know what I mean? So it is a prepay phone. You pay.
That doesn't make it necessarily a what they call a burner phone, though, Dan.
Yeah.
So, I got to share something with you too, Carm.
Okay.
You're going to be shocked. Don't fall out of your chair.
Woo!
Farming Simulator 22. I finally broke down and bought it for my grandson and myself to play.
Okay.
Proton DB says it's gold status with running, although there were a few things on there, a few posts that said that when they changed the different Proton version or whatever, this stop or whatever,
Yeah.
I couldn't get it to run for the life of me on this computer.
Okay.
Farming Simulator 19 runs. It is now on that Windows computer.
Okay.
If you can believe it,
No,
I broke down
yeah.
and I put it on Windows. I mean, well, I loaded Steam on there so I could play.
It works.
That's my
It works.
accounting computer, but yeah, I thought my grandson's loving it.
You know what? It's when it comes to technology to make our lives easier, the last thing on my mind is the politics of it. Not that it's not important to have quote unquote privacy, security. 100% with you, but the bottom line is if it doesn't work, if it's not easy to use, I don't care about the politics of it. Whether it's again Windows, Linux, Mac, Chromebook, use what works. If it works, it works.
What I don't understand is why it won't, because the previous version does. And the other thing too is I tried putting it's called Glorious Egg Rolls. He makes these Proton versions.
Glorious egg rolls. Man, I'm getting hungry.
And
I use him too.
Okay.
Yeah, he makes some
okay
patches and stuff and Proton, and it works, and it makes things work. I put that in there, and I lost the entire history of my farm since 19. So we have to start
Okay.
over again, which is fine. It's no big
Okay.
deal. But
You lost
the
your
point, it's frustrating, you know, to think
2019.
we had all this equipment bought and built up and whatever, and then I lose it. So what does one game have to do with the other? But the point is I feel like the Godfather scene where we're Windows. Every time I try to get
They
out,
pulled
it
me
pulls
back
me
in
back
Godfather 3. Those of you who
because I want to be off
check out the
Windows
Godfather 3.
so
It pulled
bad.
me back.
It's like, you know
Yeah.
what? It is what it is. So
Joe, I have problems with games on Linux too, and I get almost all of them to work eventually. Like I bought Cyberpunk when it first came out. I had to wait 6 months before I could play the whole game because I got like a quarter of the way into the game and then the screen all went black except for the HUD.
Well, yeah, and see, that's
there was
the
no
thing.
fix for that until
yeah,
six
they had-
months later they updated the game, and then I got the rest of the game back.
And honestly, I was not in a hurry to get it, but I seen so many cool things about it, and I thought, well, maybe I'll try it, you know. But I was going to wait longer because it's still, even though November, but I thought, let me wait a little longer. But I finally, my grandson kept asking, I thought, well, let me do it, you know. And I kept seeing the rating on Proton DB. So why on here? There's some things that are going on in here that I think that, like, I don't really go in much into the Etsy files or the .configs or what. I do go in there, but I haven't gone in much and played with those. And I know that they said, well, you could try deleting the shader cache. I tried doing that, which is in those files. But it's got to the point where it's like, okay, so how far do I go down a rabbit hole with this to try to fix it versus just putting it on there and letting it run? And,
Right.
you know, I'm sure it'll get there, just like what you said. But it just, you know, for now, I bought this steering wheel and, you know, pedal set and the side panel. And it's still sitting in the box since last, you know, November as well. And I'd like to set that up so him and I can really enjoy this stuff. And, you know,
Enjoy. Yes. Enjoy.
And, you know, right now I've had no
Yep.
problems with running on Linux. There's the occasional thing, but there was actually another game on here that I was playing on Linux just fine, and now that's not working. It's like, okay, so you know, I could very well play it on there too if I want.
Okay.
So if I have
Well,
to, that's where it's going to
Here we go. Once again, if we quote,
They
how to
did that
quote.
to me with Horizon Zero Dawn. I got like right halfway through the game, and then they did a major patch to the game.
Well, the
Then
biggest problem I have
After the patch, all the foliage in the game turned to fuzzy stuff everywhere, so you couldn't see nothing.
well,
So then you got to go to Proton DB, and they tell you how to downgrade the game before the patch, so you can actually see it. It was a big mess. It took me a whole day to do that.
well,
And
the
then
biggest
about a
problem-
month later, they repatched it again, and it fixed everything.
Yeah, and that's just it. But my biggest concern is that computer has always stayed offline.
Right.
And in order to play Steam and get the updates and everything, you have to go online. And it's funny because I opened the accounting system the other day, and I went online for something to check some stuff. And then what happens? My accounting system is 7 years old now, and it works just fine because I keep it offline. All of a sudden, a message pops up on the software. It says, "Oh, you need to update." Well, I turned the internet off.
I knew you were going to say that.
I closed it out, reopened it again, and it was gone. But it's like, that's the thing that I don't like is if I don't want those updates happening, they push it through. You know, so to use one thing, I got to sacrifice something else. So what I may do is move all my accounting over to my laptop and just, you know, and not have to deal with that too. But I don't know. It's always it's this battle. And
Computers are a total battle, man. I get it.
I've been lucky. My Ubuntu Mate somehow fixed it. Remember, I had the problem with the display drive. Somehow it fixed itself through the updates, the constant updates. Okay, cool.
Good.
I don't know what exactly happened, but anyway, it's working.
You had a game snafu.
Well, whatever it was.
Is that
That's
the
what
one you have
happens
the
when-
video card issues with too?
No, the card has been in there for a while. It's just one of those things. It's updates can break something. Updates maybe don't. Look, I really don't know. It's working, so. But I've been using Windows
Ubuntu
10
is
on
really
this.
bad with
the Windows
tinkering
11
with the
on the other
hardware
one.
enablement stack.
You know.
No, I'm just saying that because I thought that was the one, or which machine? I'm getting confused.
No,
I think I
this
got a
is
few
this
different
is
machines.
the Dell that I've had the card on this for 2 years.
The
That's-
7010.
No, this was Yeah, it actually is a 7010. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
This the
And when you got the AMD card in there, right?
I have the card I got 2 years ago. I think it's an AMD card. Can't
Yeah.
remember actually. Yeah, but yeah. But yeah, it, somehow the updates fixed itself, and that's fine. Look, it wasn't annoyance, but it wasn't that big of a deal. If I would have kept that, I probably would have figured it out eventually. Like Joe was talking about, I'm just tired of it. I wouldn't do it in Windows. Why would I want to do it in Linux? Anyway, it worked, so I'm happy. On my backup machine, Joe, I got that connected to my new 4K TV. I picked up an actual simple card. I think it's only a 1 gig or 2 gig graphics card on Walmart of all places. It was only $40, and that works. So I'm happy with it. It's just one of those things. But speaking of 4K TV, Stephanie and I were texting our dear friend Stephanie Forian. Check her out here on YouTube. We were talking back and forth, messaging. I said, yeah, this past Christmas I went shopping. I bought a used Lexus for my car and a 4K TV, and I gave the Lexus to my son. Stephanie says, wow, that must be a really nice 4K TV. I said, it ain't that nice.
Yeah, I remember.
Anyway, but my son is happy with it. He's happy. I'm happy. It's reliable. He won't let me drive it anymore, but that's okay. It's all right. He's happy. And anyway, but yeah, here in the chat, yes, it is a prepaid service. I think a lot of people are going prepaid now. Yeah, as far as the losing the service or signal, I guess time will tell when the service is finally over as far as 3G. But the phone works for my mom, so I made multiple test calls back and forth to make sure, and she can use it. She didn't have to learn something new, But look, if I could have got everything transferred in 2 minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes, but waiting in this, it's not worth it. Just this. Now, if they tell me that I need a new plan because it's a smartphone, then I'm going to send it back to them, because she's never going to use the freaking web, But that's another story. Yeah.
You have the data side of the phone for all your apps and stuff.
Well, but she has almost
know how that
4,000 minutes. I think one minute is like a megabyte of web, so she can use, if she wants to get on, she could just burn all her minutes.
I don't know how they do that.
Yeah,
I know
they burn the minutes.
I pay like
yeah,
$59 a month for the phone service, which is unlimited phone calls.
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
I get like 8 gigabytes of data a month, but
Okay.
it's a rollover plan. So if I don't use all of the 8 or none of the 8 or some of the 8, it
Okay.
rolls over to the next month.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to get a quote unquote a smartphone plan because she'll never use that.
I thought that they still had a couple of flip phones available for most companies, but
Yeah, no, there's not the
Yeah, but
selection like
there's 3G
smartphone.
phones.
Yeah, you got to
not all
watch.
of
Yeah,
them, but
yeah,
the newer ones.
yeah, yeah. If you go straight to if you go to the AT&T store, I'm sure they'll tell you. I'm sure it's going to be 4. Why would they want to give you a phone that won't work here? According to Dan Smith, it'll stop working March 31st. Okay, guess I'll find out. I mean, I paid for it already, or paid for the minutes. The phone was free, but we'll see. If they force me to change plans, I'll just send them but just send me a flip phone. It works,
See, I have a different philosophy. I have the AT&T, or not the AT&T, the Verizon store right up here on the highway.
Yeah.
If I have a problem with my phone, I go up there and strangle the guy, and then he fixes it.
I got a problem with my phone. The family isn't happy. Okay. We got
One day I wanted to use my phone to make a phone call, and it didn't work. It was like there's nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the first time I've ever experienced that. So I go up to the store and I tell him, hey, this stupid thing don't work no more. And he goes, yeah, the Verizon service is completely out for the next 15 minutes. And I go, how do you know that? Well, they told me that. And then while I'm there talking to him, 5 other people walk into the door with the same problem. But that's the first time the cell services completely went down.
I'm getting messages from my dad's Bandcamp page, by the way. So I'm not going to mention names who are donating. For people who may want to be anonymous, but if you're watching, thank you. I get the messages from Bandcamp like immediately, so thank you. Okay.
very cool.
Yeah, I just want to point that out. So, some people don't like to mention names, whatever. And I'm perfectly fine. So, those of you
Back a
who,
long
yeah,
time ago when I was
yeah,
in band camp.
band camp. In band camp, right, in high school, right. Yeah, my
That
dad,
American
my parents
Pie
are not web
movie.
people or computer people. So, so I handle everything for my dad as far as the web goes, But, anyway. Anyway, cheers to my dad for all the love songs.
Yep. And Dan, it's
Yes.
one day in band camp. I won't go
Yeah.
off the rest of it.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that movie.
That was funny. Oh my god. That whole movie was funny.
Yeah, there was like 3 of them in a row they came out with, and every one of them had their own niche to them.
I guess
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is in Africa filming the next mission. He just finished number 7, I think, at a cost, allegedly, $290 million.
Oh my god.
I hope the movie's worth it. But he's in South. I guess they have faith in this that they're filming yet the next one. Mission Impossible, whatever it's called. So, yeah, search Tom Cruise Mission Impossible. But the one they just finished because of the pandemic, a little late. I think it's going to be released
I believe
this
I've
summer.
seen that one.
It was supposed to be released last summer, but yeah. So, anyway, yeah, it's Mission Impossible. And cheers. Tim says cheers to my dad. Thank you. I will give him the message. Yeah, he asked about the music and the tunes, and like I said, we haven't seen each other in almost 3 years, and it's been a lot of stress for him, especially with the movie and all that, and now he had to get a lawyer and get some things straightened out. It's been so long. It's
Oh,
it's
poor
hard.
guy. Can't
It's
catch a break.
What are you gonna? How do you prepare for pandemic? It's not his fault, but it sucks.
And then when you see some light at the end of the tunnel, a
Mhm.
war breaks out.
Right. So
I really feel for the guy.
yeah. Search my channel, guys. Those of you who watch this later, I've posted 1 or 2 teaser trailers of the film. The film composer continues to win awards overseas for music composition for other projects. So, thank you, Sandro Di Stefano. That's his name, for a beautiful soundtrack. So, anyway, all right, we've been chatting here for an hour, so we'll stick around a little bit longer, and then we'll wrap this up. So I'm going to thank Joe and Dan for stopping by. Of course, everybody here in the chat for this fundraiser for Ukraine, for peace, for all of us. Amen to that. But we'll stick around a little bit longer, yeah. Those of you who watch this on the replay, sorry that I missed you. Sometime this weekend, I will transcode this into a podcast. You can download it. I usually upload these to Anchor app, and then they send it out to the various podcasting apps like Google and Apple and all. You can listen. You can also check out the Patreon page for Toss Today. You can download it from there. It's free. You can donate if you wish. So, Tim says, how are we looking on the fundraiser? Tim, for this particular show, because the ultimate goal is peace, I didn't have a fundraising goal. Some tunes have been sold for my dad, so I'm going to take care of that probably Monday. But for this one here, I didn't have a specific fundraising goal because the ultimate goal is peace. But there are links in the show notes below. People who watch this later, that they can help however they so choose to. Okay, so yeah. American Pie, Joe. Bye bye, Miss American Pie.
Yeah.
So the comment here. So anyway, well, next month the new Ubuntu's are going to be released. LTS releases,
Yay.
if I recall.
Yeah.
So I will probably do the upgrade. Have an external drive that will upgrade to the next Ubuntu. Why not? Since I don't use it every day, But somebody posted something on a blog that GNOME has been a total disaster. I'm like, not just a disaster, but a total disaster. Interesting. Anyway, we'll talk about that maybe in the future show.
I'll be interested to see where that winds up in the future because it seems like there's starting to be more and more wanting to jump ship from it.
Look, I will recommend anything that's stable, anything. But yeah,
With
Gnome
the GNOME
Desktop.
project itself, it
No, I
sounds
know.
like
Yeah,
that organization is not open-minded to
I
doing
know.
things, listening to it,
I know.
feedback from its
Yeah,
users.
no, I know. I know.
So,
Barco says, "Is the movie based on the song What American Pie?" I don't know.
no, I explained to him. I said it's a colorful line spoken in the movie. Can't repeat the rest of it
Yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a song from the '70s has nothing to do with the movie. I think, if I
Yeah,
recall.
right.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, um, yeah,
But yes, he's right. It is a song, but that's not what we were referencing.
yeah, yeah,
We were
yeah.
referencing a line out
Right,
of a movie.
right. There
So,
was a this is the 50th anniversary of The Godfather, the first film. I think it's been remastered in 4K or whatever. But in the '90s there was a spoof of The Godfather called The Godson with Dom DeLuise. Look at that.
As a spinoff.
yeah,
There we go.
that was hilarious.
It was Dom DeLuise instead of the Corleone. It was the Calzone family.
Yeah.
And the one thing that comes to mind is in the real film, Sonny gets killed. Sonny Corleone. Well, there's a Sonny Calzone in The Godson. I guess I can say this joke a little bit adultish, but it's not too bad. So they got the funeral for Sonny Calzone. They're giving this speech. Here lies Sonny Calzone. He lived hard. He died hard. He was always hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one.
It's so stupid. It's clever. You gotta laugh. But anyway, Barkor says Godfather 2 is the best of the Godfather movies. The first two were class. The third one, okay. My dad was in all three, so you can brag about that. But Godfather 2 is good. I remember seeing the premiere as a kid. I thought, man, this is a freaking long movie, But
Well, they were supposed to have redone the ending of 3, weren't they? A while
Yeah,
back?
Francis Ford Coppola redid something in last
I haven't
year's
heard nothing about
DVD,
it.
but
Yeah.
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 Um,
There was another one with Lloyd Bridges that was similar to that too, if you remember right. He's on the dance, like when he's dancing with his daughter at the wedding, and somebody's shooting at him,
Yeah.
and he's
Okay, yeah.
so the daughter thought he was doing the Macarena. It's like, yeah,
And then they had the heads of the five families and the godson, the heads of the five families. So they had the meeting of the Dons: Don Calzone, Don Quixote, Don Juan,
yeah.
Don Drysdale. The meeting of the Dons. Okay. See, my thing is they should have had a joke scene if I was writing the script. The heads of the five families. No, literally the heads of the five families and the horse's head to boot. That would have
Yeah.
been a good scene, But anyway, yeah, Godfather 3 was okay, but it did have the impact, except for a few scenes where he says they try to pull me back in and all that. It has its moments, but you're right, Barco. 3 was the weakest of the. Godfather 3 was the weakest, yes. I would have to agree. Francis Ford Coppola wants to do one more film called Megalopolis. And he's looking for funding for the film, like a $200 million project, sci-fi. He wants that to be his last film, from what I read. So we'll see. He was waiting for the sound of the special effects to progress to do the film. But anyway, look it up. Francis Ford Coppola.
They were supposed to make another film with $6 Million Man, and they were plastering it all over
Oh,
the
man.
internet. But I guess
Well,
it fell through because the guy they chose to play the part looked like a wimp.
Now with inflation, maybe it's a $6 billion man. So
Yeah, it was something like that. I think
Yeah.
it was a $6 billion
Yeah,
man.
the six. Yeah, you're
But
right. There was
they couldn't-
talk of that. Yeah.
They couldn't put enough money together to make
Yeah.
it work, and
Yeah.
the person they chose to play the part didn't look the part.
Well, speaking of Hollywood, the Halo TV series is scheduled to come out March 24th on my birthday. Thank you, Paramount Pictures, for my birthday gift. Halo. No, but
Mm-hmm.
it's Paramount Plus streaming, whatever it's called. So I'm looking forward for that. So check out Halo. There's also, speaking of Halo, speaking of music, the composer of the theme for Halo, Martin O'Donnell, has a podcast you can check out called The Big Stage, I think. Talks about how the music came to him. And I'm going to share it with you because I don't think you would mind. We have to go back to 1999 before there was an Xbox, I guess, right? He was working as a sound director or something. He got a call. He got hired by Microsoft, and they said, "We want you to make the music for Halo." And I guess he knew nothing about Halo, didn't read the script or nothing. So he's like, "I'll take the job, but what am I writing? What's the theme?" And Microsoft or somebody said, "We want it to be ancient and mysterious." And Marty says, "Well, great, now I have an idea." According to Marty, he's driving in his car, and he thought, well, what's ancient? How about Gregorian monks? Oh, right? And then for some reason, the song Yesterday from the Beatles came in.
Yesterday.
Da, 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 my troubles seem so
far away.
That's the theme of it, and that's how the theme was born. There you go.
Mm.
A little bit of history, and anyway, thank you, Martin O'Donnell. In fact, I was just playing the theme from Halo in my MP3 player, Halo Reach. Talented composer, legendary music. We all know it, and so yeah, check out.
That
I
was
think
one of
it's
my favorites.
yeah. I have the soundtracks, and because I got the games here, the music is what really made the thing stick out. Anyway, check out I believe it's called The Big Stage. Martin O'Donnell, Marty's Army. That's his fan club. So check it out. Plug for Marty there. So, yes, thank you. My birthday is coming in March. My mom's birthday is March 17th on St. Patty's Day. The luck of the Irish. That's why I'm wearing green. For St. Patty's Day, but anyway, yeah.
Mine will be June 12th.
Okay. So.
And I'll be 60 years old and retired. That sounds bad, don't it?
I read somewhere where age is the fee God charges for life. Well, can I get a discount, boss? I don't know, but anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Wow, all of a sudden you got super huge.
Oh, man, really? It's like, what is in this wine? I swear it's not drugged.
There you go. Now you're back.
Now I'm back to normal. Yeah,
Keep moving around.
It's the auto. I don't know. It's the autofocus. Okay, well, I know. It's
Now
like,
you're back where we started. There you go.
yeah. I feel like I'm in a sci-fi movie or something, but yeah, okay.
Must be the wine.
I guess it is.
You just don't spill your wine over the chair.
Spill the wine. Was that a song? Da-da-da.
No.
Anyway, yeah. Yeah, really. But,
So you guys are sitting behind me.
yeah, I don't want to spill the wine on this virtual
This happens
ship.
to me every time I go to a rock concert. Somebody dumps their damn beer on me. Some drunk, now I have soaked in beer.
Yeah. Oh, well. All right, let's give this a 5-minute notice warning, and we'll wrap this up for this. I wish we would have had more people on, but people had plans. I do want to thank everybody here in the chat. Was able to stop in. Always great chatting with my friends here in the chat besides live. Awesome. Again, this is a fundraiser for Ukraine, for the people of Ukraine, for peace. So yeah, you can pick your own fundraiser, and maybe we'll do a follow-up to this once this madness is over. A little more happiness. So we'll have a follow-up for this sometime in the future. So Patrick Mahomes' fiance dumping beer on people? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Really, Barcour? I don't know. I do not know. Yeah, I don't know.
We got somebody joined.
Yeah, it looks like Ron is coming in just as we're about to wrap this up, but that's okay, Ron. If you can hear, drop in. We've been going on for over an hour or so. Our friend from Canada. You know what famous singer is from Canada? Gino Vanelli. I just want to stop. Yeah. and just use my Ubuntu.
Also, Gordon Lightfoot.
Gordon Lightfoot. Sundown, you better. Yeah, sure. Oh,
Don't forget about Anne Murray.
yes.
Anne Murray.
Yes.
Um,
The Snowbird.
Boy, are we
yeah.
old farts or what?
No, we're not. Look,
Yeah.
classic music is classic. You know what? The classic tune never fades away, right?
Rush.
Yeah, Rush is from Canada. Yeah, yeah.
what's her
21.
name? Mitchell. She's
Yeah.
from. She came down here from Canada.
Joni.
Joni Mitchell.
Oh, okay. All right.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good. How are
Good.
you?
Yeah, we're just wrapping this
No,
up.
I'm
We've been
sorry,
on and out.
I'm
No, it's not
late.
not a problem. Glad just for you. We'll stick around a little bit longer live. No,
Just don't let
yeah.
Toss dump his wine on your head because you're
Welcome
right
to the panel.
in front of him.
Salute. Cheers.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyway, but
Yeah.
yeah, just a little fundraiser for the people of Ukraine, Ron. So we had some people buy some of my dad's tunes on Bandcamp. So Monday I will take the profits and send it to an aid package. Probably Save the Children or something like that. So that's what we've been talking about. That's how we started this show, and then we went into some tech and some funny things, stuff like that. But that's what you missed. So sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's all good. Again, this is just a fundraiser for Ukraine. I did not have a money goal for this one because the ultimate goal is peace for all of us. That's why the last fundraiser I did, feedingamerica.org, I did have a goal. I forget what it was. But for this, because of world events, whatever people want to donate to who they want to donate, entirely up to you. That's up to them. This is just to bring more awareness, as if we're not aware enough, right? But I just felt I needed to do something to help out any way that I can. So I'm using my voice and my platform. And here we are. Tim says, keep the stream going. Tim, you need to come on, man. For you, I will keep the stream. Come on, even for 5 minutes. We got one more seat here in front. See? But,
Actually, the display that I see in Skype right now, there's 1, 2, 3, 5 empty seats. So, hey, how many people are in chat?
well, yeah, I got this on my,
I
yeah,
see
yeah,
8.
yeah. I have this formatted in OBS Studio so we can all squeeze in, but yeah.
For
This
some
is,
reason, I only see a couple empty,
Yeah.
three empty seats.
no, we can fit one more here in the front if Tim can stop in just for
There's
5
one on
minutes.
each side of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with my display.
I was
How it
actually
shows
playing
people.
Halo today on
So
my
weird
Xbox.
how it
but,
renders differently depending on
yeah,
if you're going through the browser or the app
I
itself.
think so. Yeah, yeah.
I'm using
yeah,
I'm using the browser.
I'm using this because it's free unlimited
using the
time.
app.
So yeah. Anyway,
Well, I do know too. I think the last time, if you shut your camera off, sometimes you can come back in a different seat because that
Okay.
happened. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah, that
although
does
Dan
happen.
I have
has
no
it,
control of it. Now. If I change scenes, then I can have a little bit more control. But this is fine. This looks good.
This is fun.
I was playing Halo this morning, and on the game, just to get slightly technical, you can turn on skulls or skills, and one of the bonuses basically is turning on the extra dialogue. Okay, so when you play the game, you're fighting the Alien Covenant, an organization of fanatics who want to kill the human race, right? So some of the bad guys are a little short alien called grunts. And they talk like this. I'm going to kill you. So when you shoot them, when you're chasing them, you hear stupid stuff like, why is he always picking on me? Or if they kill you, one grunt says, I get his helmet. Stupid stuff
I
like
didn't know
that.
they
you know?
had that feature.
Yeah, if
That's
you turn
cool.
it on, yeah. Why is he always picking on me? Yeah. Or like, hey, you know. Just and then you got the actual brutes who talk like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, they're big. They look like gorilla apes, you know.
Yeah.
And
The bruisers.
they have actual funny dialogue too, that once you hook it up to external speakers, then you get to hear not just the sound effects, but the dialogue. That's freaking hilarious. You know, like when I'm winning, you hear in the background, well, someone will get you eventually, or stuff like that, you know. But anyway, the voice actors.
I remember it used to sound like they would grumble or something, but I didn't remember them actually saying dialogue.
if you turn on the extra, what they call skulls, or I call them skill, but they're skulls. You have a choice in the menu. You got to look for it. I mean, there's no extra like
But that's on PC.
points. No, it's on the Xbox.
Oh, Xbox. Okay.
Yeah, there's no extra like points or nothing. At least I don't. It's just for fun, just being silly. But if you crank it up, I have like a 3-speaker setup on my TV. It sounds hilarious. Or if I throw a grenade and 5 grunts explode, this is what you hear. Hey, 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 you know, all stuff like that. But anyway, just some fun. So check out Halo. I was playing Halo 3. But Tim says, hold on. All right, Tim, see if we get you on here.
Now, Ron, you're wherever you're looking, when you look sideways, you look like you're looking at the empty chair. That what's his name? That Dan was just sitting
no,
in.
he's looking at his.
You know?
He's laying the
Yeah, they
coordinates
cut
for
the
our next.
video 'cause everyone
Yeah,
was getting
yeah.
fuzzy.
That's okay.
I'm messing around with on a second machine with Fedora. Just for the hell of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll.
I really like. Dan was not too keen on even trying the LMD5. Apparently, I was playing with the beta. It's quite good.
I have
I'm
LMD4
sure it is.
Surprises.
because it's 32-bit on my older ThinkPad. I have that, and then on my backup Lenovo, I have Windows 11 and the new Linux Mint, and they both are just as zippy as they should be. So.
I have peppermint on everything except this desktop.
And is that the new peppermint?
I get the even newer peppermint.
Oh, jeez. Rolling release.
Rolling.
Mm,
Ron,
So
you
I'm
came
actually
in
a
late,
tester.
so I'm going to read something for you, Ron, since you came in late.
Hit me, boy.
All right. This is dialogue from my dad's film, Still Looking for a Distributor, The Cross and the Star, La Croce e la Stella in Italian. I can't play the film because we haven't sold it yet, haven't paid for it yet. But that being said, I wanted to share this piece of dialogue with you. This is towards the beginning of the film. Basically, it's a Catholic priest giving a little sermon, okay, in the Catholic Church. Now, my Italian is not fluent. I translated it, so here we go, okay? Too often we fear and hate those that are different from us. We are incapable of loving and helping, of recognizing others, ourselves in others, of seeing ourselves in their eyes, in their hearts. Look at that cross. He looks at the cross at the ceiling. Look at that cross. It was on that cross that the Lord gave us concrete, tangible proof of love. Without love, the cross is merely a Roman gallows. Now, obviously, me saying it does not have the same effect as in the film, the characters, and the wonderful music, but I wanted to share that because it's all about the love. I know it's a cliche, the stuff happening in the Ukraine, but I wanted
So
to.
well said. Oh, my.
It's
Yeah.
very short. It's powerful, but when the priests, Italians speak with he does it like this, and says, and the entire audio, the people, they're just, they're just stunned, not stunned, but they're just stuck to what he has to say. Anyway, that's towards the beginning of the film, but
Yeah,
a little spoiler, but I just thought it was worth it. So
phenomenal.
anyway,
Okay, I'm here.
oh great, Tim,
Hey there.
you have the invisibility shield too. Okay, good.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do.
That's good.
Sorry.
All right. What's new?
Oh, same old, same old. Just take care of mom and everything else around the house. Same old, same old.
I hear you.
Another day.
Barcour, I see your message. I'm not gonna, but no, my dad has never met with Harvey Weinstein. No, to sell the film. No, my dad worked with famous actors years ago, such as Al Pacino, Robert De Niro. But when my dad retired 20 plus years ago, he thought he was done. So, he never got their phone number or anything. He just thought he was done. To him, acting was just a job. I wish he did keep in touch with those guys. Maybe we could have sold the film, but such is life. So, anyway, I think I set up a website for my dad. You can check it out. I'm trying to think here. Give me a second here. I put a little trailer on there. Let's been so long since I looked at it.
Yeah, I'm just using my phone right now.
Okay.
so-
Well, so am I. My phone is supporting my entire computer.
Where's the
So
pink
I-
beast sleeping?
Yes, I have not had it on for a while there, Joe. I did a big update on it, but no, she's doing good. She's doing really good.
Good.
Just busy around the house. It's like, God, I got to get on these other computers. I got to update my 7010 because that's got antics on it, which I really want to put a 21 on it because I got the 21 on the old Dell Latitude. That's working fine. And I still have the 19.4 on my other gigabyte machine that's hooked up to my TV in my room. But I don't care for the 21MX as much as I like the 19.4.
Really?
I don't like the wallpapers they put out with it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you could change those.
Yes, I can. I mean, I put it on a VM, is what I did.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're too. I guess let's just call it what it is, poofy or frilly.
Well, it's called Wildflower.
Poof.
Yeah, I know, but
Poofy.
still, it's too. I don't know.
Peppermint
Because then again,
OS
I like dark stuff, so that maybe it
Peppermint
doesn't
OS
matter
is
what the-
so opposite.
Sorry, I lost you there for a minute.
It comes with just enough to get you started, and you build your own OS up from it.
Yeah.
Bart Course about the film festival. Yes, it is called Tribeca Film Festival. Yes. My dad's film got accepted at a film festival in Italy, northern Italy, as a finalist, but that's the last I. This was right before the pandemic. I forget the website address for my dad's film. I'm so embarrassed. But anyway, I posted the link, the theme song from the movie on the Bandcamp page that my dad wrote called God Guide Us. Anyway. Maybe we'll talk about the film a little more in the future, but yeah, it's that is a film I've been me and my dad have been dying to share with you guys for years, but then the pandemic hit, and it's hard for him, especially 4,000 miles away, from me. So
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's hard. That's tough.
but
Very tough.
yeah, my dad has a actual color and black and white photographs from the 70s. This is before cell phones of him, and scenes from The Godfather and other films, Al Pacino. Later on in the years, Johnny Depp, a younger Johnny Depp. The guy from the movie A Bronx Tale, Chaz.
Yeah, Chaz Palmieri.
I'm
Many,
assuming,
yeah.
and I'm not fishing for numbers here. I'm assuming your dad has an idea how much he wants for his movie.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I don't need to know how much. It just
yeah, it's
he's got a limit to sell it for, if he has to sell it or if he wants to take it farther or so on.
He did get offers, but if they don't
They were
even
cheese,
if they don't even cover the cost of the film, then
right?
what's the point? But my dad counter offered. He says, "Look, pay me nothing up front. I want zero, which is unheard of." But he was being
Right.
nice. He says, "Look, give me nothing. Let's distribute it, and I'll give you half the profits." Half. They said no. The closest he came to was an offer from I gotta think now. Cinecittà. Cinecittà is Rome's version of Hollywood.
Right.
They offered to take it to distribute it, but again, let's just say it was an offer that he could refuse, and he did. But that was the closest. That would have taken the heavy work out of distributing it and advertising, but it didn't work out. But yeah, you want to at
It's
least
sad
break
that you
even. But if you're gonna, anyway, yeah. So
I mean, it'd be really easy for somebody like Netflix or something like that to offer him what he wants for the movie and just throw it on their platform.
yeah, if I had a that's the thing. If I had a
The thing is, they turn around and they charge me an extra $2 saying so we
Yeah.
can make more content.
yeah, no, I know.
I'm like, you don't have to make it; it's out there. Just pay the people.
It's an amazing business. It can be exhilarating and heart-wrenching at the same time. Luckily, my dad's film is not a Godzilla versus Wonder Woman where he has to make $200 million just to. It's not that kind of a film, you know.
And Netflix has filmed the stuff they have on their platform. It's not American only. There's a lot of British stuff on there, like Black Mirror. That most of that stuff is all British in that series. There's The Rain. I think that was done in Australia.
Okay.
I mean, they get their stuff from all over the world.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a decent script, like my dad, and he didn't write it, but he produced the film, and you shoot on location and have good actors, famous actors overseas, you can do a good story film for $1 million or less, which nowadays is peanuts. But because you're not hiring a Tom Cruise, we'll say wants $20 million up front, or special
Right.
effects for King Kong, that's another 100. You know what I mean? It's easier that way, But that's where we're at on that. But it's not so much the money. It was the pandemic just really just shut everything down, and anyway, that's where we're at. But nothing's happening yet. But like I said, if he comes to visit, then we'll talk about it some more and proceed from there and what to do. There's some legal issues, copyright between there in Italy and here. To figure out, but see, this is one of those things. If a distributor picks up the film, then then their own lawyers will handle all the paperwork, Anyway, but
You got to have your own lawyers to make sure you don't get shafted.
right. You want an entertainment lawyer, yes, someone who knows the biz. But really, that won't be hard. Once a company picks it up. Then you read all the fine details. All right, well, this is your cut. We need to get this up front. This is how much we spent on advertising. These are the royalties. In a way, it is complicated, but once it's in black and white, then you know.
Well, yeah, because the lawyers are going to have it all in their own language. So you need another lawyer on your side to decode the language so you know what you're getting.
Well, generally, all right, here's an example about the film. Let's say Michael Moore, famous director.
Okay.
He has his own theater up there in Michigan. Let's say, hey, you're welcome to show the film at my place, and we'll charge whatever, $10 a ticket. And normally the theater owner would take 30%. Now, you can change out 20% as that you want, but normally they take 30% of the ticket sales. So he would get the 30, then my dad or the company, whatever, would get the rest. So that's an example. One time or one showing or whatever. Now you can say, hey, we'll just go 50-50, make it more fair, and I'm perfectly cool with that, But that's an example of a small venue. Now when you go with a bigger company, whether it's Paramount or Warner Bros., now you got advertising and all this and that. Then there's royalties and this and that, That's where it gets a little bit more complicated. But again, because it wasn't a $300 or $200 million special effects thing, it's not that complicated. It's a little bit easier, But anyway, we'll see. If anything changes, I'll let you guys know. But right now, it's just a waiting game, and it sucks. It really sucks. So, yeah, film festivals are the way to go sometimes. But of course, in the pandemic, everything shuts down. Nobody, went anywhere. I think they're starting to open up. But with my dad's heart condition, it's hard for him. He has to watch. So, But all it takes is a phone call to the right person, and that's how a film gets shown. The right person or the right investor, whatever you want to call it. But it's good that the film has endorsements from the Vatican and the Jewish Italian communities. That's good. It's basically rated G. It's for all audiences, so that's good too. Anyway, Anna Rita, how are you, Anna Rita? Speaking of Canada from before. Hi, Anna, how are you? We were going to end this 10 minutes ago, but anyway.
I can't see the chat when I'm doing this on the phone. So
I don't even
You have a
have
beautiful Ubuntu computer. What's the matter with you, Tim?
I'm just on the phone because I'm up and down all over the place. Just really
Okay.
haven't had time to be on the computers lately, which is
Okay.
kind of funny, actually.
Oh, just
Not funny in a good way.
just get a $200 Chromebook, man. You're good to go. To take it with you.
Well,
you know?
it's not funny in a good way, as Joe Pesci would say. You know?
What? You think that's funny? You think that's funny?
Do you
eh?
think that's
That's
funny?
funny.
No, I do more stuff on my phone lately than
Well, because it's
on
there.
my
It's right with. I
machines.
totally get it. It's right with you. I totally get it. Yeah.
yeah.
With that nice pink system.
It's
you know.
listen. I just
They're
I
doing
updated that. No, it's
all those lights.
she's working good
Good.
because I had to do my daughter's taxes on it. So
Hmm.
that's
I did
all.
my
No,
taxes
she's fine.
last month. Yeah.
As a matter of
Yeah,
fact, she's still using the 2004, and I'm going to wait reluctantly before I even upgrade it to the 2204, Joe.
Which is next month. I just realized. Wow.
It's next month, but
Yeah.
I'm going to wait because I remember with 1604 was just a great system. 1804 didn't rock with me. When 2004 came out and Joe put it on that system, I mean, it's just been working great. I mean, she works fine.
Anna,
did
you
some updates
came in.
on
Let me just say this to Anna real quick. She came in late. Anna, welcome. This is we're talking just random stuff now, but this is basically a fundraiser for the people of Ukraine. There's lots of websites out there, and if you wanted to donate or whatever, you can pick your own website or check the links below. There is no fundraising goal, money goal for this, Anna Rita. This is more a goal about peace. That's why I didn't put a money goal. But that's why I'm doing this tonight mainly. And of course, we're shooting the breeze here too. But anyway, just to let you know, for people who watch this later, listen to this later. So that's what's been going on for tonight. So Anna says you're sitting there with one of your cats. Okay, is he blonde or brunette? But no, just kidding. But anyway, the wife wanted to watch soap opera. Do you know where the term soap opera came from?
No.
I'm going to tell you a bit of history.
Okay.
They got popular, I guess, back in the 60s, from what I understand. And a lot of the shows were sponsored by soap companies, hence soap opera.
Gotcha.
That's a little bit of history. So,
And women use lots of soap, so they watch the soap operas while
well,
their
whether
husbands are at
it's
work all day.
shampoo or detergent soap, hence the soap. And I totally get it.
Dan.
You know. Anyway. Hey,
I
used
remember in the middle of the day there's like three of them on every channel. throughout the
I
whole
used to watch
afternoon.
Dallas. I hooked on it because
Till
it was
I
so
got home from
sneaky and
school.
conniving, you know. Oh, the cat is a
Days of Our
blonde,
Lives,
Anna.
General
Oh,
Hospital,
Cat and Silva.
um,
Wow.
Which Way the Wind Blows.
Yeah.
I was never
My
a soap
children.
opera guy. Uh-oh.
There,
As the
wa-
World Turns is the one he's talking about.
there was a
Yeah.
one of the Pittsburgh news stations years ago. There was a blooper. So the guy says, "Thanks." He would end the news. Thanks for tuning in, channel channel 2 news, whatever it was.
Right.
And now stay tuned. Stay tuned for.
Speaking,
Here's what he said. It's a soap opera. He says, "Thanks for watching, and now coming up, stay tuned for The Young and the Breastless." Instead of The Young and the Restless, he says The Young and the the woman who was sitting there
my.
howled. He corrected himself, but I'll never forget that blooper.
oh man.
Yeah.
Speaking of soap operas, you remember that old evening TV show called Soap? That was
Yeah,
one messed up show.
Yeah. Sure. I used
That
to
was
watch, like I said,
something
Dallas. Was there a show called The Bold and the Beautiful back in the 90s?
Something like that. I don't know. Yeah.
I think the reason why, because one of the stars was the singer from the band Player. Baby, come back.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss the song. But that's
Yeah.
what I was curious about. But Baby, come back. Anyway. Bold
There's also
and
another
Beautiful.
soap that came on late night called Mary Hartman,
Yes.
Hartman.
Yeah.
And you can find that on YouTube now too.
So Anna says the cat has blonde. There's something about blondes in me. They get attracted to me, but I don't know. Okay, all right, cool. Yeah. Maybe on my birthday when I go down, my friend Jimmy Z in the band, the jazz band, is coming down from Pittsburgh to play. Maybe I'll sit at a table with 3 blondes again, like I did last month. Now they're all married, but that's besides the point. Yeah. Anyway.
Image is everything.
Yeah, that's right. It's all the show. It's all the image. Yes, but anyway. So, but Jimmy Z, my friend Jimmy Z wrote a song. It's on YouTube called "Wine, Women, and Song." Well, I got the wine. I got the song. What? Nobody brought any women tonight? just kidding. Anyway, that's a real song, by the way. Wine, Women, and Song. You know,
Yeah.
Wine, Women, and Song. So he, my friend Jimmy, cool guy. He writes the songs. He has the band just for fun. He writes songs of love for his wife. Very nice. He wrote a song for her called "If We Had Never Met." Very nice. Very classy. Anyway, he's coming down actually on the 25th, the day after my birthday. Maybe I'll shoot some video and post it. I did 2 weeks ago was the last. I did post. If you guys haven't seen it,
I'm back.
one of the sax guys or the sax guy from the band is a 2-time Grammy winner. How's that? How's them
I
apples?
seen that.
I had him on. He is good. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Eric DeFade from Pittsburgh, 2-time Grammy winner.
I caught it on the replay.
I mean, really? How many times you get a Grammy winner on the show? Yeah, he's good. He knows. It's all real because he had no backing track, just him and nothing fake, just him and the sax, his soprano sax, and he's good. You see, if you haven't checked it out, check it out. Eric DeFade, sax to the max, as I called it. He's good. Does a killer rendition of Route 66. You know. Anyway,
Nice.
so check that out.
So anyway, with the Zoran that I purchased,
Yes.
that does go to the
Yeah.
fund for the fundraiser.
Yes, it's on their website. All the profits up through the 17th, Tim, which is about a week, will go to. I guess I said they'll split it between. What did I say? Red Cross and Doctors.
I mean, yeah.
Doctors
had,
Without Borders and something else. That's them. Yeah. Yeah.
I tried a long time ago the Zoran 12 a long time ago that I purchased.
Yeah. Yeah.
It worked beautifully. So
No, Zoran's
So I figured,
good.
what the hell?
It's great.
yeah, it's a nice system.
Yeah.
So I just figured, it's probably the easiest way for me to do it, or unless I just you know.
Well, you get something in
Whether
return.
donate
You
to-
donate, you get something in return, right? Just like
Well,
the
it's
people
either
buy my
that or-
dad's tunes, they'll get something in return.
That,
You know. Yeah.
Or I could
Yeah,
just donate it to you
right.
like I do for the
Right.
Carla Rossi Fund.
Yes, the Carly.
You know.
Yes, I would drink some more, but I think I might fall over my chair. Tim, but thank you.
You're more than welcome. No,
I'll
I'm
drink in
definitely
your
gonna.
place.
There you go.
There,
Yeah, definitely gonna put it on an ISO and then or a flash drive. And then I got a couple external hard drives I can put it on and just go through it.
Yeah, I tested. Zoran was kind enough to give me a preview of the Zoran OS 16 Pro months ago. The first, not the dot one, but the 16, and I actually installed it. And as far as something with the GNOME desktop, it's GNOME done right because it's all the necessary extensions are there to make it, and it works. So they did a really, and it looks great. You know what I mean? It just looks great. So they did a really good job with
I don't
Zoran.
mind GNOME, even with Ubuntu. As a matter of fact, Joe, the Pink Beast, is going on 2 years next month since I got her from you, and she's a
Good.
rocker, man.
Good.
She's a rocker. She
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah, with standard Ubuntu, I have to install a couple extensions to make it user friendly, like an applications menu, drop down menu, a couple other things, and it's good. But out of the box, it's just not quite as user friendly for me.
But see, I don't do as much as you guys do.
That's
you know,
true. You're not a
especially-
content creator, so
You
yeah,
wonder
No.
if you really want to update it.
Yeah.
I mean, if everything's working good, sometimes you wonder. But
Tim,
I'll
wait a
wait
few
for the
months after it's
24.
released. Wait a few
That-
months after it's released, and then
I'm going to wait for that.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait for that because, again, like 1604 was beautiful.
yes,
You remember that with
Sure.
Unity.
it was their
And,
best release. Yes.
Yes. And 2004, I got to say, reminds me of 1604. And I just don't want to screw her up. So I just keep the updates on her, And when the time does come to update the total version of her, then I'll do it when I feel that it's ready. Because for right
and
now,
you've got you got the NVMe drive in there. It's not
Yes.
the absolute fastest that's out there, but it's
oh,
darn
she rocks.
skippy fast. It's fast.
She
yeah.
rocks. And
I think
again,
it's
I
like
remember being on
20-something megabytes.
Yeah, I've been on video chats with you guys. I remember Dan saying a while back over a year ago. He goes, man, the clarity is really good. And I'm using an old camera. God, I can't remember the name of it. That's, oh my God, it's tip of my tongue. Logitech, but it's old. That I got back.
Yeah, you said.
I think it's like a 260, something like that. It's an old one. C260, I want to say.
Yeah.
And she works just fine when I talk to you guys, and the clarity's fine, and I can adjust whatever on the GU VCU, and she just works. But then again, I don't do everything like everybody else
Well,
does.
content creators
I'm just a
need
general
a little more.
user.
Yeah.
I'm just a general user. I'm not a content creator. I'm not a gamer.
Yeah.
And
right.
So
it's I was just searching, since we had the topic of Ukraine today. I typed in Ukraine and Linux, and as of a couple of years ago, apparently Linux Mint is popular there. For some reason, but
Mint's,
okay, yeah, cool.
Mint's nice. Mint's a nice system also.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if I hate to admit this, I must have that ADD thing, but Arch is above my pay scale. So I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
Same here.
Debian-based systems works for me. I have no problem using the terminal apps with APT. I really do want to learn Arch, the Arch way, but I just don't have time for it. And with the systems I use, I love MX, Antics, Ubuntu. I like Pop. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw Zorin on another external hard drive. I know it's a Debian-based system.
Hey, Tim, you mentioned ADD. Our singer friend Slim Man in his jokes, right? He says he has the opposite. He thinks too much. He has a case, not ADD, but he has a case, attention surplus syndrome, or attention surplus syndrome. A case
I got you. It's like, I overthink too. It's just like sometimes everything just comes at once. It's like,
anyway, that's Slim
and I
Man.
thought I was a multitasker. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Help me
You
out.
want to hear something funny? I got this small, tiny message that I just noticed at the top of my screen. It says, Skype has limited functionality in this browser. We recommend that you use a different browser.
Okay.
And it's got in parentheses,
Okay.
try Microsoft Edge.
Oh,
No,
God.
I'm not
browser are
using.
you
Look,
using?
I have Edge and Linux installed. I think it's it's fine. I have to be up, but I've been so used to Firefox and Chrome, I don't use Edge. But sorry, Microsoft. Yeah.
And which
You know how I
browser are
feel-
you on?
I'm on Firefox.
Oh, you
Yeah,
are?
Firefox is good.
Okay.
I like Firefox and Chrome. I also
Yeah,
like Vivaldi.
Yeah. Sometimes I use Brave.
I
It's
use
a little
Libre,
faster.
I use LibreWolf too because the profile folders are crossovers between them two browsers.
Mm-hmm.
So,
LibreWolf is a little more hardened than Firefox is.
Yeah. Yeah, this new Skype they
Somebody tells
updated
them.
last year is terrific for Micro. I have to give them credit. It just works.
I like
time
Skype.
limit. It's
I'm actually going through the Skype app right now on a Linux box on
and it works.
Mint,
It works.
and it works great.
Good.
But you know what? The chat window, it just shows me who've joined, but not like the running chat of the people who are actually chatting away.
Is it installed or you're running it through the browser? That's the thing.
But nobody's
Installed.
chatting in
Oh,
there.
okay. All right. Well, I'm running this
We
in
have-
Microsoft, so
yeah.
I can use the virtual background because it doesn't work in Linux, I don't think, the virtual background. So, I installed
I can
Microsoft
blur
Edge
my
and Ubuntu
background.
Mate, and it's fine. More out of
Yeah,
curiosity.
but Ron was talking about the chat, though, right, Ron?
Yeah, the actual chat, like people who are just in the
Yeah, I
YouTube
can't
chat
see the
equivalent.
chat. Yeah, I can't see the chat either. I'm using my
Yeah,
phone.
I
So.
can see Joe is typing something. And,
I already typed it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
but I don't see what you typed.
You know what was really
It's weird.
what really freaked me out this afternoon is I have two Google email accounts. I have
Hi, Ron. Hey, that worked.
primary
Mhm.
another total private server somewhere, so they're not Googleized. Well, one of my accounts, Google locked me out of it because they said somebody tried to log into it that wasn't me. I recommended that I change the password.
Mm.
So I get on the web browser and go to Google and stuff like that, and go to my Google email account for that particular email account, and underneath it, it's got Hangouts. It's got all the Hangouts we ever did together that were actual Hangouts. I could actually play them. They're just sitting there being stored for some stupid reason.
Yeah, Hangouts is officially gone, isn't it? In terms of
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
that's what
Meet. That's what they call
It's
Meet.
Meet.
So.
Yeah, Meet. Yeah, Meet.
I just went through and deleted them all because it was eating up part of the gigabyte the limit that I have with free email.
There's an Arnold Schwarzenegger joke, when he was California governor. He says, "This is not Meet the Press. This is Press the Meat."
Yeah.
Sorry,
I need more
never
power.
sold.
I need more power.
I need more power.
That actually hurts my throat, but that never gets old. Stephanie one time was doing. I'm not gonna share. She did her like a female Arnett Schwarzenegger. She was pretty good actually, but need more power. Actually, yeah. There's some guy put together this 5 million milliamp phone that can power 5,000 phones. I said, well, now that's power or something, But yeah. Anyway. Mark is in the house. Mark says the background is cool. Yes, it is. It's from Halo, UNSC. United Nations Space Command. I think it's the acronym. So welcome, Mark.
I see the chat with just us here. I don't see the chat at all with the YouTubers. Unless I was on my big computer.
Well, you got to go to a bigger screen.
So.
Is
I gotta
Google
go to
Plus
my
still
big
around?
computer.
Google Plus? I thought they shut that down, right? Google Plus?
I don't know.
I don't know. If it's around, I don't even use it anymore. Yeah.
No, I'd have to go to my big computer, then put it on a separate screen, and then put the top chat on. You know what I'm saying? Or pop chat. I mean.
Okay. Yeah.
I normally do that too. I usually have another web browser open with the YouTube feed run with the audio turned off.
Right.
So I can watch the chat.
And then the pop chat on there.
I'm powering this whole thing right now through my cell phone because my real internet is on the blink.
Now, Dan, are you able to see any of the YouTube chat at all on your phone?
I'm not looking at my phone. I'm looking at my computer screen. It's hot spotted through to my computer.
Oh, okay.
It works pretty good, actually. I don't think it's considered. It works pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
Mark came in late. Mark, just to let you know, we've been shooting the breeze for the last half hour or so more. But this is we started off a fundraiser for Ukraine. What's been going on in the Ukraine? Donate if you wish, whatever you can. There are some links below in the show notes to help you out, including one from Zorn OS. They will donate all the profits from Zorn OS 16.1 to them. There's no fundraiser goal for this one because the ultimate goal is peace. So I didn't put a monetary thing. Yeah, I just want to let you know. So even though we're talking about other items here, this is a show fundraiser for Ukraine. But you can pick your own aid package website, such as the Red Cross and Save the Children and stuff like that. So.
Well, I didn't want to come on earlier because I am upset with the stuff that's going on there with that moron that's in Russia.
Yeah, no, it's
for the things that I have to
hard.
say.
It's hard. No, that's why tonight I don't want to throw in politics. This is just to help the people of Ukraine, and that's it. So,
but I do feel for them. My prayers go to them.
Yeah.
And the only thing I'm going to say about that man and what he's doing is that it's pure evil.
It is.
And a stop needs to happen to this because when you're killing innocent civilians, women and children, this is crimes of humanity.
Yeah, just like
and
World War II.
I mean, I could go further with this with all the other political crap, and I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
But an end needs to be put to it.
We all understand. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I just that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to come on earlier because, but my heart goes to the people of Ukraine. I wish there was something that I could do to help them. But there's nothing. I mean, you got to give them kudos. I mean, they're fighting for their land.
they're not going to give up their homeland.
I give them
anyway.
kudos.
I hope it ends soon.
It needs to.
Toss
the question.
Yeah, she said the money you raise for peace. How are you going to donate? Well, as far as the people who are using the links down below, like the Zorn OS, that's handled through Zorn, and then Anarita, you can pick your own web organizations like Save the Children. If you buy songs from my dad, when I check it Monday, because Bandcamp takes a percent. Let's say you buy a song for $1. Let's say they take 20 cents. Well, the 80 cents I will donate to probably Save the Children come Monday. But that's how I handle it, that part. As far as the rest, that's entirely up to you guys how you want to donate. I don't have a specific goal or anything, you know.
Right.
But that's how that part is being handled. But yeah. So it's
Well,
it's
an
your
honorable
choice.
thing that you're
Yeah.
doing. It's an honorable thing
Thank
that you're
you.
doing,
Yeah.
Carmine. And again, for anyone in the world that's going through any kind of chaotic havoc
It's
and
tough.
evil,
Look, we know.
no matter what country. I mean,
You're-
right now we know what's happening.
Yeah.
I do get tired of saying, well, World War III is going to come. It's already here. What they're doing has already begun it. And
Yeah.
I mean, not just us, the
Yeah.
world needs to stop this madman.
Yeah.
And I'll just shut my face from there. And,
Yeah.
you know,
I hear you, man. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'll shut up.
I just hope it ends soon. I'll just leave it at that. Right.
Yeah. I
Um.
love you guys. You guys are the best. You know, my Linux family. I have the utmost respect for every one of you. You guys are super people to me. And I don't mean for it to sound corny or nothing like that. But again, Windows and Mac can never compare to what Linux has created for me. And Carmine, you were the beginning of it for me. You and Spatry, a long time ago.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
And that was, Jesus Christ, that was back in 2014 when I started.
I should have sent Spatry. He started posting some videos. I should have sent him a direct invite. I forgot all about it. Maybe next time. He started doing some odds and ends on YouTube. I think he's still in Florida, I think.
You know him better than I do.
Yeah, I think yeah. Well, that's how the original Linux A team got started. It was me, him, and IG. Infinitely Galactic.
IG, yeah, the guy from Australia.
Sure.
The guy from Australia.
That's
I mean,
how it
I look
started.
at this,
Yeah. Classic stuff.
8 years now.
Classic.
I'm still a noob.
Yeah.
I'm proud of being still a noob. I'm a Linux 100%. I look at the friends that I've made: Joe and Steve, Carmine,
Yeah.
Ron, Dan,
Yeah.
our boys from Australia, Colin and
Yeah.
Vincent.
Yeah.
Even our boys across the pond. I mean, just everybody. And you know,
Yeah. No,
again,
it's
Windows don't compare. Mac doesn't compare to this, and that's why I'm Linux 100%, and I will always be.
Amen.
Yeah, well, thank you
Anyway.
guys.
Thank you, Tim. Anyway. All right, we're going on almost 2 hours, so maybe we should give this a couple-minute warning. We'll wrap it up here live. But thank you. It's been 1 hour and 53 minutes officially when we started. So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan, I think, finally lost his.
Yeah. Well,
Signal.
he's doing the hotspot from his phone. It's actually not too bad, all things considered. I
Yeah.
never used the hotspot, but yeah.
So he was tethering it, right?
Yeah,
Carmine? He
he's
was tethering it from his
he's
phone?
having issue with what did he has Verizon. He has something going on, but yeah.
Okay. I mean, think about it, man. I got the pink beast from Joe, and again, I remember when Joe had brought it up to me, and he had mentioned, you know, what system do you want on it? It has this totally Linux. And I guess Joe, you're saying the other guy wanted Windows or something on there, right? That declined of taking that computer. I said, no, Linux all the way, brother. You know, and we put her on there. She rocks, and it was for my cousin because it's a breast cancer, you know.
Yes.
And so that's what that computer stands for.
You know,
What I built that system, and it actually has a sticker on there too.
Yes.
Breast cancer awareness. That
Yep.
on the side
Still
of the
on there.
glass panel, it's got white
Mhm.
LED fans, or excuse me, white. Anyway, and there's my best friend. It's like my brother. His daughter, which is now 3 years, cancer survivor. She's in remission. 27 years old, just had a baby, and found out she had stage 2. So I built that in honor of her, and took. I wanted to take whatever quote unquote profit would have been out of it. Well, when I sold it to Tim, it was basically for cost, so I still sent $100 to St. Jude's in her name.
nice.
So
Yeah,
on
that's
top of that.
another organization that I like. St. Jude's, but yeah.
And it's got black outlines, so it's not pink pink. It's like an off-white pink.
I'm thinking of that
Yeah.
song
It's got-
from Aretha, Pink Cadillac.
And
That
it's
song?
it's black outlined, and the sticker that Joe's talking about is Fight for Breast Cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a badass computer. I'm
Nice.
sorry, my language.
It's, it's fine. There's a new song by Bryan Adams. One of his songs is called "Kick-Ass." If you look at,
There you
that's
go.
cool. I like Bryan. You know, yeah.
Roseanne's my cousin, and she's she had both breasts removed and some lymph nodes, and she's a rocker. She's a year older than me, and she's still she's a gamer. I mean not gamer, computer gamer. I mean that woman's got a lot of strength in her,
Mm.
So that computer that I got from Joe is in honor of my cousin Roseanne, and that's why I
Very
got
nice. Very nice.
it. Yeah. So
Um,
thank you, Joe.
Yeah, you're
All right,
welcome. Thank
so-
you.
Why don't we wrap up the live show here on YouTube? And this was, in a way, this was fun to be with my friends. I wish it was under better circumstances, but it was worth it. So, Mark, Sedan, Anarita, Barco, and everybody else who came in. I think I got everybody, Nazi. And so,
Hi,
yeah,
Nazi.
if you came in late to watch it, you can watch this on the replay if you wish, or in podcast format once I transcode it this weekend sometime. Maybe tomorrow if we get hit with that snowstorm. I'll be snowed in it again.
We had our snow.
You did? Okay. So it's coming
It
this
pushes
way.
away. It's
Yeah.
coming to you. Yeah.
Cool.
As a matter of fact, it's going to be super cold here,
Yeah,
then
it's
it's supposed to
going to be
warm up to-
14 tomorrow night, I think. Yeah.
and then it's supposed to warm up to 60 degrees on Monday.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll leave you guys with a joke here on the live stream. Okay?
All right.
A quick one. Here we
Okay.
go. What do you call two worms in love? Soil mates.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Carmine, you come up with some good ones that are so
Ba-da-bum-bum.
simple,
Yeah.
but they're funnier than hell.
They're
know?
simple, they're easy to remember and all that.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So we're going to end this here on the live chat. Thank you. We'll maybe catch you again. I might come on Sunday morning for a Good Morning Linux. We'll see. See what the weather's like, what
Okay.
time I wake up. If not, maybe next week. So everybody here in YouTube land, be safe out there. Remember, always peace and love. Okay? Ciao.
Take care, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Take care.
So we still on.